Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another Battlefield video. Today we're talking about Battlefield 5 and how its sniping actually might be very different from what people are expecting. So I'd say let's get right into it. Alrighty, so I think all of us know that in Battlefield 1 there's a sniper sweet spot mechanic for the damage model, meaning that your sniper rifle damage starts out at something like 80 and then after like 30, 40 or 50 meters it goes up to 100 and then stays like that for like 20 more meters before it drops back down to a lower damage percentage. Which of course means you get a certain sweet spot for your sniper rifle, and within that range for that sweet spot you get a one-hit kill to all body parts, arms, legs, head, shoulders, body, whatever and whatnot. Now, this was one of the main reasons for me to actually not get Battlefield 1 when it was coming out, because I'm an aggressive recon player. However, I also very much like the fact that in Battlefield games you usually always have to go for the headshot. I think this is one of the best ways to actually balance sniper rifles. So if you want to go a one-hit kill across all ranges, it's headshot only. And of course I really liked how, for example, they did in Battlefield 3 that within like 12 meters or up to 12 meters you're able to one-hit kill them if you shoot them in the upper chest. And this gives you like more of a little bit of a chance to actually be more competitive within closer ranges. Of course with a sweet spot mechanic that's not possible. So I didn't like that because it was taking away the aggressive recon role and was assigning it more to a mid-range sniper by really buffing kind of that certain area. So I think they really want to not have like close-range snipers, not very long-range snipers, but only mid-range snipers, which I think is fairly a good idea, because it's a good range to play at as a scout or a recon player. However, I did not like that they made you kind of play that way by actually making it very easy to be competitive with your sniper rifle at that certain range. And I always much preferred to just going for headshots. Now, in Battlefield 5, however, they got rid of the sweet spot mechanic and we get essentially the same damage models like we usually had, for example, with Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. Those games where it just started like, I don't know, 80 or 90 damage and then it slowly drops off. And then we get certain multipliers for certain areas like the head, which enables you to get a one-hit headshot across all ranges, even at the lowest point of the damage of your sniper rifle. Now, something that I didn't like, again, specifically about Battlefield 1, is that people were not going for the headshot. They knew the certain sweet spot range and they were just trying to hit a target overall. This kind of made the gunplay a little weird for me, because usually I think you should always go for the headshot. So whenever you're trying to move around, you always had that in mind if you're coming from an older Battlefield title, meaning that you were trying to move in a way that people weren't able to shoot for your head. However, now they're not actually, like, they're not afraid of taking the shot anymore, because they don't have to hit you twice if they miss. They just shoot and you're dead because of the sweet spot mechanic. Now, what I'm afraid of now is this: in Battlefield 5, we do have a certain new way of health regeneration, which of course means that your health doesn't actually regenerate all the way to 100% like it used to. Now this means that you only get up to like 75 or 50 or like 25, depending on how low your previous health was. And because of that, body shots will be a lot more viable. However, I do not think that's quite the best idea. However, at the same time, I also think it's gonna be better than, for example, let's say Battlefield 1, because you still do not know if the target has been damaged or not most of the time. So you do not just go straight for the body shot, I think. However, this is a little bit something that concerns me, that people will just in general go more for body shots, because I think one of the cool things about sniping is that you always go for the headshot, or at least most of the time, unless you're up close, very up close, so you do not like have any other chance, because people are wobbling with their heads if they're all up close and it's hard to hit. So I think the chest for that is actually a good point to hit. And of course, switching to a sidearm is always another viable option. However, this is something that kind of has been occupying my mind lately, so it would be cool to know what you guys think about it. Do you think people will tend to be more body shot people in Battlefield 5, or do you think that since the damage model is more like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, that people will actually be playing more like it was in those games compared to how they did play in Battlefield 1? Because I really do hope it's gonna be more like Battlefield 3 and 4, because I think the sweet spot mechanic, even though it encourages a certain range, doesn't really encourage skillful play in my opinion, because most of the time you just get one-shotted and it's very easy to just hit a target overall and not just the head to kill them. But that's just my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed this video, and LuckySkillFaker out.